What's going on, Assassins? It's Darkshot of the YouTube Assassin, and today we have the brand new festival that's going to be lasting for about 21 days, and of course the bugs come with it. Anyway, it's really not that impressive. It's very, very short in my opinion. It doesn't have any of the flair or the repeatables that you would have to do in the other festivals to gain anything. It's really kind of weird. Like, you could probably do this in maybe a 2-3 hour sitting, if that. I think I'm being generous. But I'll show you what there is to do, and honestly, you could get everything within just a little bit. The big star of the show is obviously going to be the one-handed sword, and it's, again, really not that impressive. What you can do in order to get it, you'll have to come over to the shop, and I'm letting you know right now, this is everything in the shop. Look how limited the selection is. You have the hunting falcon skin for your raven. You have the actual one-handed sword. You have two different items that are basically for the settlement. You have 4 tattoos, and then you have a bunch of the different hair and beard styles. Actually, I think that there are 2 or 3 items missing from that settlement thing. I don't know why. This is from the very beginning, which is kind of weird. There's an orb and something else. And I know I didn't buy that yet, so that's kind of weird. It showed up later. Maybe it shows up after you participate in a bunch of things. Anyway, you do have a opportunity to try out a one-handed sword because Swinda is here, and rather than the traditional fight arenas, we have an arena where you can actually use weapons. You could either use 2 daggers, you could use the one-handed sword, or you could dual-wield shields. The fights themselves are really not that hard at all. You'll go 3 rounds, you'll start 2 of the rounds with your Joms Vikinger, and then afterwards, the 3rd round, it'll be just you against 2 or 3 people. So it's really not that bad. The one-handed sword, though, I gotta say, it really is kind of swift in its movements and whatnot. It is a lot quicker than swinging those big two-handed swords and everything like that. So I could see that as a benefit. But other than that, the sword itself is not impressive. We'll probably see what happens in the next thing. Next thing not being the next festival, next thing being the next DLC, Siege of Paris, when that comes out. In order to nab the tokens that you're going to need in order to buy anything, it's really, really simple. It's just a bunch of like filler content stuff that they're doing here. You obviously can't come to the arena, you talk to Svinda, and you go and you participate in battles. There's also an Orlog thing here, and I mean, it's part, you actually have to play at least 1 round, which is kind of crazy. They've never done that before, so you're going to have to do that. Then there's also this, the rap battle with Aki over here. The selections, there's going to be 4 selections you're going to have to do in order to best him, and you really, really have to defeat him in order to participate or progress in the story of this festival. So the selections that you should make, there, like I said, there's 4 different rounds. So from the 1st to 4th, pick in the first one, the 3rd selection, in the 2nd round, the 1st selection, 3rd round, 2nd selection, and 4th round, the 2nd selection, and you'll win hands down no matter what your bet is. They're going to ask you to do a bunch of random stuff as part of the festival to collect certain things, like you're going to have to go and actually catch a fish. That's going to be one of the things they're going to ask you to do. They're going to ask you to apply at least 1 tattoo. So you can make a purchase of a tattoo, just come over here and apply it, and that's part of the list. Really weird list that you have to do, which is just, again, nuts. You have to go to your long haul and start a feast. This is actually the first time and only time I've ever actually used this, which was kind of wild. I mean, I kind of appreciate it because I've never seen this. I've never actually done this, so it was kind of nice to do something that you normally wouldn't do. This was completely useless. Coming and doing a river raid, you have to do at least one river raid. You have to collect foreign materials for said river raid. But once you do that, there's nothing to buy from Vaughn. He has nothing in stock. So basically, this is just a waste of time. This, again, just filler. Like, why do I have to do that? Especially since it's been causing save issues. I don't know why they're going to ask you to do something that may hurt your game. They haven't fixed it, nor have they fixed anything else. But it is what it is. There are quests that you're going to have to participate in order to advance the story of the festival. One of them is that you have to go and retrieve 3 pigs that this guy lost. So, again, it's just something to do. You know, the pigs are not that hard to find. They're in the local area. It's going to take you all of like 5 minutes to bring them all back home. But, you know, this is one of the many quests they have added to this. After this, they also have another one where you simply just need to go and find 3 pieces of paper. Again, none of this is going to be really that difficult in order to do. If you really, really want the sword immediately, all you really have to do is just keep doing the arena. Just keep fighting in the arena, and you get a ton of coins for fighting in the arena. You'll have this sword, which costs 300 coins. You'll have it in no time. And in fact, you'll be able to get all the other things on that list very, very easily. After you complete all the quests and everything like that, you do all the little things here and there, which, again, just following the story itself without even having to go and get all the items and whatnot, it's going to take you not even an hour. I'm not even joking about that. Not even an hour to collect all that stuff. And then once you do it, you end up just ending it here. You go and you light that boat on fire there, and that's it. You completed the entire event. You get items based on your selection, either from Thor or Balder, because at the end you have to make a decision who you want to give the sacrifice to. And after you light this sucker on fire, you get your items. And that's it. Like I said, takes you about an hour. I know that the sword is the star of the show here. Everybody wants the sword. It's really not all that impressive. It's just different to be fighting with one sword, one-handed sword. It swings a lot differently than the two-handed swords. So I'm pretty sure some people will appreciate that. And, of course, when Siege of Paris comes out, that's when they're coming out with all the actual swords and whatnot. So we'll see what happens there. Anyway, that's all there is to this video. It's pretty simple. It's a pretty simple event. And again, you'll have it done in an hour, and that's all there is to it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure you like and subscribe. It helps this channel out an awful lot. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, take care, be good, stay safe, take care of each other. I'll see you guys all in the next one. You know how we're ending this. Ya Yiddish.
Ja, Yee!